WETS.
Hi guys, welcome to another week of WETS. This week's t-shirt is from the rock and roll category. I actually decided on the shirt a couple of days ago, however the colour's quite convenient as it helps camouflage my sore nose from hay fever and also sunburnt neck and shoulders from yesterday's activities. You can probably see the t-shirt fine in the video, but in any case, here's a close-up of it. It's a merch t-shirt for the Australian band Jet. If you haven't heard of them, they're a modern rock band, similar in sound to AC/DC, but not quite as metal. They were a band, I should say. They split up a couple of years ago after only doing 4 albums, which is a shame because they were quite promising, but I guess it just wasn't working for them. 17 was one of their last singles that they released before disbanding. I actually got the shirt at Powderfinger's final show, which you can read about in one of my graveyard posts by clicking this link here. Jet happened to be one of the support acts for the show, so I thought I'd get a shirt for them as well. When I originally bought the tickets to go see the concert, it was for an earlier show, and the Vines, another Australian band, were the support act for that date. However, Powderfinger released more dates later on, and I thought it'd be pretty cool to go to their last ever show, again, as mentioned in the blog post. So, bought tickets for that date, which Jet happened to be supporting, which I prefer them over the Vines, so it was a good deal, I think. UMI were also supporting that night, so it was quite a big show, actually. 3 big headlining Australian bands. As far as the shirt goes, I think from memory there was another one I was deciding between as well. One sort of had a grey rectangular kind of design to it, can't remember it too well. Or the other shirt was this one. I decided I'd go for red. I didn't have many red t-shirts, and the grey just didn't really quite like it as much. As a new shirt, the big Jet lettering up the top there was actually black, jet black. However, it has faded a bit through the years and after washing various times, but you can still see it quite well, unlike the green shirt from a couple of weeks back. The 17 part certainly hasn't faded. It's a little bit cracked, but I think again, one of the reasons for the fading versus non-fading parts is the type of printing. So the Jet was the digital printing, like I talked about on that other shirt, whereas the 17 is your screen print, which tends to last longer. Most shirts tend to stick with the same type of printing, so it'll all be digital or all screen print, but for some reason both this shirt and the green shirt decided to mix it up a bit. I guess it adds a bit of texture. So I'm pretty sure this was my first red t-shirt. At that point, I would have had countless black t-shirts, maybe a couple white ones, not a lot of general coloured ones. So it was a good start to the colours, I think. And since then, I've accrued about 3 or 4 other red shirts. It's actually quite a comfy shirt. The printing company is Gildan. They're an international company, but they do a lot of printing for tours, whether it's bands or various other international events. And as such, many of my concert t-shirts are printed by Gildan. That's all I have to say really about this shirt, not a lot to it. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you next time.